So I realized that not only are you skimping yourself, but you skimping your family, you skimping your community, you skimping your spouse, and you skimping your future kids. I feel like that was pretty selfish of me, and I wanted to get higher. And it's time to stop shopping with the middleman. The middleman is the person that's in between the source. It's people that's gonna stand in your way, that's gonna get in between you and the progression that you really need, that lit life that you really want, that lit life that you really desire. You need to go to the source to get the best of the best. Your product is gonna be so good that people gonna want to start coming to you. People gonna want to start shopping with you. People gonna want to start consuming whatever you have to offer. So once again, let's get higher. I did have a scripture for y'all, and I'm gonna leave y'all with that. What's up, everybody? This is New Testament. Today's a great day because we're here and we're starting something that is so necessary, something that is near and dear to me. A little backstory about me: I'm Jalen Mahone. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, East Side to be exact, and I grew. A lot of my upbringing came from church. I grew up in church, like you know, a lot of people that I know. And the thing about me, I was really in it though. Like um, I hosted and led a lot of the youth services. I was very active when it came to whatever conferences we had. It was a big conference called Takeover in the summer, and that led me to even preach at times. And they told me, as I was young, that I was going to be a pastor, going to be a youth pastor, all these things. And sometimes it really scared me. And today, those same qualities still reside inside of me. And however I've changed, or not even just changed, but evolved in my perspective, in what I believe. And I believe that God still speaks through me, even when I'm just talking to my friends, strangers, family. And I want y'all to know that it doesn't always, I want it to know, and I want y'all to know that it doesn't always have to be something super religious. I didn't want to be boxed in by the church. And I felt that I was still called to preach and teach. And I can do it here from my living room. And hopefully it lands in yours. And so today I just want to initiate this New Testament. We're gonna get into that a little bit later of probably where I got the name from, but this is just what I'm doing. I want to pretty much target the people that maybe didn't make it to church today, the people that not really feeling church yet. You know what I'm saying? They haven't they don't really enjoy it, or as I've seen from COVID, the churches aren't really what they used to be. So I believe that church lives inside of you. We can have church like we're having right now. You don't really have to be in there physically yet, if you don't want to. And I just want to be able to give some game, give some wisdom, give some revelations that I have that'll be able to possibly help you, do a little better, be a little more. And so we're gonna drop right into it. Today's topic is about let's get higher, right? And one night I was just laying down, and some not gonna say something God said to me, write this out, and randomly and believe it or not, he told me to tell a story about weed, right? And so the thing that I know about weed or buying product, if you're not used to getting it, if you're not used to buying it, then whatever the plug gives you, whatever the source gives you, you just cool with it. You know what I'm saying? You really You don't know what it looks like. You don't know how to quantify it. You don't have a scale. So whatever they give you, you like, all right, I guess this is it. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I felt that plugs was getting over on girls because they wasn't shopping as much. Back at that time, back then, girls weren't really copping that much. Shopping or buying product is what that is. So they were easy to get over on. And most of the time plugs were dudes or the dope boys or whatever you want to call them. So it probably was hard sometimes for girls to really speak up for themselves if they felt like they wasn't getting what they were supposed to get. Now, on the other hand, it's some girls that the plugs liked. The plugs seen value in them because they seen the girls seen value in themselves. So they was getting that pretty privilege, and at times they would get more than what they paid for because the plug seen value in them. All right, so follow me on that. So on the other hand, it was some dudes, you know what I'm saying, that they in the back seat, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't have no input on buying nothing. They were just there, you know what I'm saying. So they got with whatever was left, and they was content and cool with whatever they got because they didn't even pay for it anyway. And at some point, people gonna get tired of you leeching off of not having no input on this product. And so one day you're gonna have to get your own. You're gonna have to figure that out. And so my question to you is, when you pull out your life scale, are you getting what you paid for? Are you satisfied with the deal? So one day I sat in the room and I was watching Club Shay Shay. This was before the Cat Williams interview. I kind of I like to say that I've been on the Unk podcast, on the Unk show. Just really, I love how he just have some real people on there. And so he had Kirk Franklin on there, and I felt convicted. One, because I seen a lot. I'm I'm a short guy. I love God, and I love fashion, and I think with those me and Kirk have those similarities, and just with the charisma or whatever. But um, in that moment, I just really felt convicted about just the life that I was living. And it was rough at the time, and I realized that I was skimping myself. It wasn't my friends that skimped me. It wasn't my enemies that skimped me. It wasn't my pastor that skimped me, and it wasn't the plug that skimped me. So the acronym for plug for today is going to be provider, lover, understanding, and grace. That's what God is. The plug. He's the provider. He loves, he understands, and the grace that he gives is second to none. So I kept it real with myself and knew that I was living a life of mid. I was living a mid life. Now, for those that don't know what mid is, that's kind of what we used to that's what we refer to weed that just ain't that fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they used to call it Reggie. That's whatever Reggie was back in the day, regular weed. This is I was living Reggie, you know what I'm saying, regular. And I needed that za. I wanted that za. Za is exotic weed, rapper weed, or just that weed you hit and he's like, they make you cough, you feel it in your chest. Like, it's more powerful, for a better term. And so the music I was listening to was mid. The food I was eating was mid. The conversations I was having was mid. The interactions was mid. And I went deep within and asked God, how good can it get? And I think that's a question that a lot of us that should really ask him. How good can it get? Challenge God to show you how good this life thing could get. I got to a point to where my tolerance was too high. My tolerance was too high, and I needed something stronger. I needed something that would last a little longer. And when I had a piece of that, I wanted it to feel like all of my problems went away. And so that mid, it just wasn't lasting. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of happiness or whatever you call it, or relief, and then right back to the same routine, to the same pain. You feel me? And so I what I needed was, like I said, something stronger. So after smoking so much, you become knowledgeable of certain strands. So there's indica and sativa. Sativa helps you relax and chill, kind of put you at a low vibration after a long day or whatever, you just chilling. Then you have indica that makes you want to do and be more, right? And so there's also a hybrid where they combine both of those together. And for someone like me who was a little bit indecisive at the time, that probably wasn't the best idea, because 99% of the time I decided to relax and chill, right? And so I decided to get some of that indica because I had things to do. Now, my bills wasn't slowing down because I was. My mama still getting up early, having to go to work. My siblings, they can't really explore the world like I would like them to. And so I realized that not only are you skimping yourself, but you skimping your family, you skimping your community, you skimping uh your spouse, and you skimping your future kids. And so I feel like that was pretty selfish of me. And I wanted to get higher. And so I'm not gonna hold y'all long, but I really just wanted to share that message with y'all. That's a revelation that I had, and I have them all the time. I have revelations all the time. And this is what I'm here to do, is to reveal that to you, is that we need to get higher. And it's time to stop shopping with the middleman. The middleman is the person that's in between the source. It's people that's gonna stand in your way, that's gonna get in between you and the progression that you really need, that lit life that you really want, that lit life that you really desire. You need to go to the source to get the best of the best. Your product is gonna be so good that people gonna want to start coming to you. People gonna want to start shopping with you. People gonna want to start consuming whatever you have to offer. So once again, let's get higher. I appreciate y'all being here. I did have a scripture for y'all, and I'm gonna leave y'all with that. It says, "The thief does not come except to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly." Have a better life. We got a long way to go, and ask God, how good can it get? And He'll definitely open the blinds and show you that it could be a lot better than what you're getting right now. I appreciate y'all coming to New Testament. Many more on the way, and make sure y'all just stay tapped in. We're gonna do this every week. I'm not gonna beg for no subscribers, no followers, but this is where we are. If you want this, if you want somebody that you know to have this, just send it to them, because I know it's necessary. I appreciate y'all once again. I'm Jalen Mahone, and this is New Testament.